Motivation is not a real thing. You are never going to be permanently motivated to do things that you don't want to do.
So then, Andrew, how do I do it? Like, how do I do it?
People who train every day don't want to train every day. They are not motivated to train every day. They are something else. Motivation is the wrong word. They are not motivated. They are disciplined.
Andrew,
disciplined.
Andrew, are there ever days where you don't feel like working out or you don't feel like doing work?
Every fucking day, I don't feel like doing things that I still do. It's called discipline. It's called being a man. It's not about feeling like doing it. If you only do things you feel like doing, you know what you end up doing?
What?
You end up sitting around with a belly, drinking soya fucking latte bullshit. That's what you end up doing if you only do what you feel like doing. You have to wake up and say, I don't feel like training, but I must train. You need to do what you're supposed to do, not what you feel like fucking doing. Okay. That's the difference between a man and a fucking child. You do not become a man doing what you feel like doing. You become a man doing what you're supposed to fucking do. It is your duty to not be a fat piece of shit.
Okay.
But you fucking it up because of a lack of motivation. If you cannot control your own mind, then you are just a feather in the wind of life. Because your own mind is the only thing you can control. You can't control the weather. Right. You can't control other people. You can't even control whether your heart stops beating. You might have a heart attack tomorrow. You can't control anything besides what you think. If you cannot control your own mind, then you go through life with zero control. Zero influence. You can't control anything. You will never come here. You can smell this video and how good this air smells, and you will never come here unless you get rich enough to take the time out to climb your ass up here. Look in the mirror and realize there are so many places on earth you're not visiting, so many things you're not doing because you don't have enough money. Your number one priority in life should be getting rich. You need to get rich fast. When you feel like shit, it's supposed to be warning you that your life is shit and something must change. And it's supposed to inspire you to push harder. I know people who are depressed, but it inspires them to push further. They're like, I don't want this life, fuck this, I'm getting rich. There's also other people who are depressed who sit there and go, I'm depressed, I don't know why. Because you're broke, because you're fat, because you're loser. Nobody told you at any point you're supposed to be happy all of the time. You're not supposed to be happy. Happiness is on top of a mountain, and you fuckers ain't earned it. If you're living a normal life and you scroll Instagram, you're gonna end up depressed. You're gonna see me with my Bugatti, you're gonna see some bitch on a boat, some other dude in Maldives, and you're gonna think, fuck my life. You know, Instagram is depressing. Social media is the reason everyone's unhappy and depressed. It really does depress people, but on top of that, it is the biggest opportunity in the world. You need to be producing for social media, not consuming. I really try very, very hard to put my Instagram picture up. I never read the comments. I never scroll the discovery feed. I don't look at anyone else's shit. I just try and just boop, boop, post. And I think if you do it that way, you can benefit from it, right? But if you sit there and you find yourself wasting an hour just consuming, I think it's an easy path to self-destruction. I was raised by probably the best father on earth.
But he wasn't around.
A father doesn't have to be around. The idea that a father needs to sit around like a second mother to make a child healthy is a fallacy. In fact, I'd say it's detrimental to the child. I see all these dudes out here, they have a kid and they basically become mother number two. Why? The mother keeps the child alive. As a father, it's your job to be impactful. You need to guide. You need to be a role model. You need to be a superhuman. It's hard to be a superhero if you're home every day arguing with your wife, changing diapers. That's not what a man should do. A man should rock up, teach lessons, be impactful, and it's more about quality as opposed to quantity.
In fact, I would basically guarantee that 99% of men are lying at least 80% of the time. Men are liars. Women are correct. Men are liars. Women wear makeup because men fall in love with what they see, and men lie because women fall in love with what they hear.
I am inspiring the youth of today, the masculine youth of today, to become men, and you think that's a negative thing. Why? Why?
No, I don't think you're inspiring them to become men, because like real men are in touch with their emotions and their vulnerability and don't need to be like wielding and taking power. Real men are self-aware.
That is not true in most places on the planet. In most places on the planet, men need to be capable and competent, because if they don't, they do not survive. And I'll tell you something now, sir. I'll tell you something else now. You will sit here and talk right now about the patriarchy and how you can be in touch with your feelings and all this bullshit. The second you're physically assaulted or physically threatened, the first thing you do is you call a toxically masculine police officer to turn up with a weapon to protect you, because you cannot protect yourself. You are not against the idea of masculine power. You're not against the idea of men who have masculine imperatives to defense. All you've done is outsource it to someone else to do at the end of a phone call because you're too scared to do it yourself. Are you a Christian? Well, who the fuck isn't? Biggest hoe in the world's a Christian. Porn stars are Christians. Who gives a shit? It doesn't mean anything. It's different with Islam. With Islam, you can't get away with it. People don't stand up and openly disrespect Islam. Oh, hell no. Because they're afraid. So, once again, if you don't have rule systems and doctrines and beliefs and prophets, which people are afraid to mock, are you even a religion?
Let me explain something to you that's absolute fact. Somewhere on this planet, there is someone who is your age, may look a bit like you, who was just given some bad fucking news. Either they were just given a cancer diagnosis and given 2 weeks to live, or the police just knocked on the door and said, your family's dead. A cement truck ran them all over. They're splattered all over the road. My family? Yeah, all of them. I guarantee a bomb in Syria or a chemical attack in Yemen, or someone your age who just got given some bad fucking news. There are people who would do anything to trade with you. And if you were to sit there and try and explain to them all your problems, yeah, but you don't want to, I'm depressed and I have no girlfriend and it's hard to make money and my life's hard, and you were to tell them all your stupid reasons that you don't like your life, they'd sit there and listen to them all and go, okay, yeah, no problem, let's swap. And they'd sign on the dotted line because they understand what real is.
Even the people who disagree with me, I said, if you see me pull up in my Bugatti in a gas station, do you look at me and think, wow, he went to school? Fuck no. You think drug dealer, gangster, scammer. Yeah. You think I'm doing something illegal because you understand if I was staying within the paradigms of the system, I couldn't have possibly achieved this. The only way you can fathom I've done it is by imagining me as an outlaw. Because you know within the paradigms of society, I shouldn't have even fucking done it. That's how much you know school's a scam. You don't look at someone rich and respect them thinking he went to school. The people you are learning from in school aren't even fucking rich. Your business professor's never had a business.
Only one of three reasons that anyone on this planet would ever be poor. You're either lazy, you're arrogant, or you're stupid. Now, we'll start with lazy. Most of you are lazy. In fact, I'd say basically all of you are lazy. You don't understand what work is. You don't understand what work ethic is. You don't understand the ethos of conquer Earth. You don't have fire blood. You don't wake up to go piss at 3:32 a.m. and go, I'm not going back to sleep because I want to make some fucking money. So you're all lazy. You're all arrogant. Because when I sit here as the richest person who's ever fucking wasted his time talking to your fucking dumbass and tells you what to do, you don't fucking listen to me. Oh, well, Tate, you know, maybe he's wrong about, you're broke. How can I be wrong when you're in the poor category and I'm in the rich category? I obviously know something you fucking don't, you arrogant dickhead. And the third and least common category is stupid. Most of you are not too stupid to become rich. I could show you how to do it. All you have to stop doing is being arrogant and lazy. So if you sit here and go, well, I'm none of those three things, yes, you fucking are, because you're not living the life I live. You are a brokey. If you were none of those three things, you'd be here with me in this room, wouldn't you? But you're not, because you are a fucking peon.
My son ain't gonna get any money because I don't want him losing his hunger. I want him to grow up broke. I want him to go through all the struggles I went through. I want him to suffer. I want him to have that fire. Now, I had some major disadvantages due to the fact that I had absolutely zero access to money. My family was completely broke. So I will give him some advantages. Let's say like when I was a fighter and I was fighting and I couldn't pay the rent. If my son, when he wins his fight, I'll give him a financial bonus myself for winning. Okay. He still has to go win. My kids are not going to be born into any kind of wealthy environment, in any kind of money. When I have children, I probably won't even raise them in a Western country because I think Western countries are soft. Bro, if I have boys, I want them growing up in deep Russia. With like in the mountains with the goats. Like just running in the snow barefoot. Yeah, I want monsters.
Suffered when you didn't. So you're not my equal because you decided not to suffer. You have enjoyed comfort when I haven't, and that's fine, but don't expect me to look at you as my equal because you're not. Why would I put myself through hell to be me and then meet someone who didn't put themselves through hell and then treat them like my equal? No, fuck you.
Asking me what books I read. I do not read books. I never read books. I've already told the story of the one book I've read in my adult life when I was in a jail cell. I don't read books any other time unless I literally am in jail. I refuse to read books, and the reason I refuse to read books is because I do something that supplements reading books, and it's called living life. Reading books is a very cheap way to, I guess, entertain. I wouldn't call it entertainment because my brain is far too advanced. I'm too smart to read. I'm not gonna sit there and go, smart people read. No, I need action. I need constant chaos in my life to feel content. I need to be driving a supercar and fucking fighting, fucking a bunch of hoes and champagne and going crazy. I can't just sit there, and the pirate on the boat. Like, it's for people with slow brains. My brain moves quickly, and I can't read a book. There's no book thrilling enough. It's the same reason why I can't watch TV. I cannot watch Netflix. I can't, because if I sit and put Netflix on, I end up just sitting on my phone. Because my phone, I can do a whole bunch of stuff, and Netflix is just background noise. It's not enough to entertain me. I can barely watch YouTube videos because people talk so slowly. Have you ever YouTube something Like how to use your phone's camera, whatever, some bullshit. Hi, welcome to the channel today, and today I'm going to show you how to use your phone's camera. So before we start, if you'd like and subscribe, skip. I can't even fucking listen to their shit for more than 3 fucking seconds. It pisses me off. Everything's slow, and reading books is exceptionally slow. So how do I supplement the knowledge that books provide, and how did I become such a genius? Well, there's 2 answers to that question. 1, I don't think books provide knowledge. Books provide information, but information is not knowledge. My kickboxing coach used to say to me, there's one way to learn a lesson, the hard way. And there's only one other way to learn a lesson, the harder way. And it's absolutely true. You have to feel it to believe.
Work hard, you can feel better. You're depressed now, but if you go to the gym and you work out and you train, you get a good body, you start getting social, you get some friends, go to some social clubs, start to meet people, start to do things, you will feel better.
Unmatched perspicacity, coupled with sheer indefatigability, makes me a feared opponent in any realm of human endeavor.